Hey lads, it's day 200 of my series to get to 2K on chess.com. I can't believe we've been doing this for 200 days, and yesterday we reached our highest peak on this series. We are at 1736, so let's see who we're going to play today. The opponents are getting harder. A 1694 from India, Govinduluru Iravi Teja. I totally butchered that name, but we're going into a Jobava London. And the bishop has come out. So we'll put our bishop here and then just charge off to this guy. This is the best move, I believe. And now we're just attacking this bishop. Wherever he goes, we're going to move our pawns and keep going for him. He comes out all the way. And here, the best move, I'm trying to remember, is to push. And the knight has to go back somewhere where it doesn't want to go. And we can play here. I believe e4 is better than e3. I was looking at this the other day. But I'm just going to do e3. E4 might be better. I can't quite remember. But this looks very good for me. He needs to trade. We've seen this before. And now my queen is on a really strong square. He's attacking my bishop, so we don't trade off. Instead, we develop a piece that can then jump into the position a little bit more. And here, we got to figure out what way we're going to castle. I want to castle this way. It just looks good. And we're going to go for this pawn push, I think. Okay. Oh, we're definitely going to go for this pawn push, aren't we? He can't push the pawn, because if he pushes the pawn, we take the knight. So he has to move this guy. And he can't attack me here, because my knight's holding it. This looks really bad for him. Okay, wait. Do we take with check? Yes, we do. I like taking with check. And then we can take with check again. Or not take, but move in with check. And now I need to slow down. This is a good check. I'm going to go for it because it looks right. And if he goes this way... Oh, he resigns. Wow. Lads, 1743, my new highest peak. We are just moving up the ranks. I'm really happy about this. Let me just check the review on that game super quick, and then we will jump into another one. We'll play 2 games today because that was way too short for a 200-day special. Just jump into the review here. We play with an 88.7. What did we miss? So instead of castling here, we should have taken, draw his queen onto this square. And then I'm assuming push. Is that right? So let me check this. Here, g6, yeah. And he's got to move the knight. And then we just take here. And so if king takes, then we castle. The king's in the open though. He's never castling to safety. So moving the knight back to this square, it was his big weakness. That's kind of where he went wrong, I think. It's saying e4 is actually my best move in that position. And I always play e3. But the computer can't really make up its mind of which one is best. But once I play that, it says that e4 is actually best, even though it doesn't show up on the analysis. Really weird. I don't know why the engine does that. But yeah, I'm considering playing this move a bit more. Because if he takes here, we can just capture back. And we have a really strong center. Okay. Let's jump back into another game. We're playing a 1760 from Sweden. And it's another Jobava. And it looks fairly similar. Is the bishop coming out? It isn't yet. So we will keep all our hopes alive. We'll just play e3. And now is the bishop coming out? He's not. So the bishop hasn't come out. So what that means is these pawns are blocking this bishop in. So I will just develop my own bishop. And in he moves to go here. So this is, what is this called? The boa? I can't remember the name of this opening where there's doubled F pawns. But we are doing totally fine here. So I'll put my knight on F3. And if he wants to take off, yeah, we're going to have doubled F pawns. And this square for the knight is very strong. This looks very good for me. Now, he could bring his queen out here and go for this pawn. That's often an idea. If he does that, I do have a check here. Not a check, I'm sorry. I can attack his queen and defend the pawn. So that is something I can go for. But I want to... I think I want to castle this way and push these pawns, do I? Or do we just castle here and bring the rook out? Or do we move the knight in, go for a pawn? No, that seems silly. I know my position is pretty solid here. I mean, look at his piece. His bishop's stuck behind all his pawns, and my pieces are all kind of active. I would normally just go here. I think I am going to go here. And if we can get our pawn here onto this square, it undoubles our pawns. Yeah, and look at this. Just all my pieces are doing very well here. He's got to move his knight. He's got to move it back as well. Maybe back to here or here. He's probably not going here because that stops him castling. So he's probably coming back here. And now do we bring the queen in? Just hitting this, then he probably castles. I really need to move my queen, I think, because I gotta get castled. I think we castle this way and push the pawns. It seems really strong. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put my queen here. So is he gonna castle now? Seems risky if that's what he wants to go for. Wow. So he just pushed the pawn. Okay, one thing I remember in this position is my bishop is actually quite weak if he can get these two moves in. And if he comes here, I don't want to have to capture. So what I need to do is... Yeah, okay, so I'm really glad I did this. I've pushed the pawn, so now he cannot take this and get his knight more stronger on the e5 pawn. So now if he pushes, we have a little hidey hole for our bishop. I know, I just watched an Alex Banzea video on this opening, and he said you need to keep your bishop alive in the boa because it's very strong against his light squared bishop. So a good move for him earlier would have been to get his bishop here and trade mine off. But he hasn't been able to do that. Now, do we just castle here? And keep this pawn? I think we do. I don't see any problem with it. I'm going to do it. Castling long is always scary. But I'm wondering if we can sack some pieces here and just go for an attack. Oh, this actually does scare me a bit. Do we take here? No, we have to keep the pawns. I can move the king over. This does give him a bit of active play against my king. Maybe this was a mistake to castle this way. Why did he move that? Why did he come here? That does not seem good. I actually have no idea why he did that. But I'm thinking I need to move my king over to b1 and then get my rook into the game. I don't understand this move. Is he trying to make room for his pawns? I always want to understand why my opponent does a move, but I don't understand that. He was still attacking this pawn from there. So he's still attacking it from there? Doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to move my king over, I believe. Because I don't see myself attacking here yet. And this just makes a lot of room for my rook. Oh, that's why. I didn't see this. He pins the pawn. Okay. Not good by me. So if I go here, then he's just going to take here. I have this. Maybe. Probably castles. Ah, that's not good. I think I go here, maybe? He can take my bishop. Yeah, I think I go here. This seems correct, because I still want to protect the pawn. I don't want him to get 2 pawns. That was a nice move. I did not see this. I should have taken more time there to see what this move did, because I did see that it pinned the pawn. I forgot that he could take. I should have thought about that a bit more. And now he's threatening checkmate in 1. So I think I'm just gonna take his piece. And defend my knight here. Not a big fan. This hasn't gone as well as I would have liked. But that's okay. We still have a lot of activity. Here he has a check here. I can just move into the corner, can't I? I think so. But I do think we need to try to get our king over if we can. This just seems like a slow move. I mean, well, it's not really doing anything. And then maybe we can get the other rook in. But also, getting my rook here looks very nice. Because then the bishop can't ever really move, can it? I mean, it's going to be really slow for him to move. And then we grab this pawn. Maybe we come back. My queen is pretty strong. I mean, he can kick me away. But then, no, I don't know. Okay, so he moves over here. I'm going to try to double our rooks. Okay, he just comes all the way back. He wants to push this. Let's double our rooks just for now. If he pushes, we just come in here. What about here and here, and then tick, 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 tick. No, not yet. This square looks super strong. Let's get our knight onto it. Can we? I don't know. Or maybe let's just push the pawns. Let's just push the pawns and make some threats. I feel like I'm grasping at straws here. But this is a good square because it supports the pawn. And if we get my knight here, this is checkmate. He had a really nice tactic there in the middle game, but I think my position is still very good. Like, my pieces are much more active than his. His are all on the defensive. Now, maybe he's going to come here and try to swap off some stuff. I think if he does come here, I just ignore it. Let him take me, then I'll go in. Yeah, and push here. If he pushes on me, ignore it and just push. Because this is checkmate. Can he stop this? Yes, he can. So we'll just capture here. Yeah, the pawn forwards is not a fun move. But then we take this pawn. And we get our pawn back. And this threat looks really scary for him. Yeah, I think I'm winning now. I mean, my rook is just way stronger than his, isn't it? Okay, I think we're going to take this. He's got to move his rook. We win this pawn. We win this pawn. We have a check here. I want to go here, force him back and win his piece, but the bishop's here. I think I just have to... Do I have to take it? I really don't want to take it. I take, he takes. Then I maybe win this pawn. He comes here, here. Here he comes. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have to take it. Or I could just take the pawn. Then he takes and I take. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I see I can go b3. And maybe win a pawn. I thought he was going to come here because his pawn's weak. I think his position is probably a little stronger. I do think that is probably the case, but he just hung a pawn. Defending this one. If he pushes, we take, he takes. That's fine. think just move my king. Makes sense. My phone is going off. Sorry. Started beeping. Okay. We've got 1 minute. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I think I'm winning. If the king moves, we've got this, maybe. Attacking this one and this one if he pushes on me. I am nervous. Do I grab this one or do I go here? I think I go here just to hold this one. Okay. Just defend this one. Don't think he can make progress. Yeah, I need to hold this one, because if he was able to get... If I had taken this one, then he gets this one, and then these pawns can just push so easily. I also have this move. Oh, I missed this. I really need to go there. Oops. You miss so much when you're under a minute. Okay, he missed it. He resigned. I only had 25 seconds. Let's go. Guys, 1751. I was not expecting this on day 200, but I am really happy with the progress I'm making on this series, and 1800 seems well within my reach. I'm pretty sure I made a lot of mistakes that game, so let's just double check super fast and see how we played. 84.1, pretty solid actually. We did have a blunder though, right at the start, which was here, where he was able to get this pawn. Yeah, that really threw me. I knew my position was good here. Like, we're up plus 1.36. I felt really good about this position. This was the best move. Nice find by my opponent to spot that. But yeah, really happy with how I played this game. Hope you guys enjoyed these two games. 200 days of chess has come to 1751, and we will get 800 soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I mean, we've been beating all the 1700s that we've been meeting, and we've beaten 1800, so we are progressing. See you guys tomorrow.